Good afternoon, y'all. It's about 2 o'clock. Hazel's little eye looks so good today, and she's acting so much better that she's not going to see the doctor today. So we're going to wait and see, and if the problem, persists or gets worse. She did tell me that her medication she's taking could make a difference, and I think it has. Poor Hazel, I'm not running her to the doctor any more than absolutely necessary. I did take Carol for her appointment already, and then I've got one at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So anyway, I thought, I haven't done a serious cooking video in a day or two. I feel like that since now I'm a nana, I really need to stay on top of this baking thing, because my grandbaby, she's probably going to have a sweet tooth and a love of pink, just like her nana. My worst nightmare would be if she hated pink. It would break my heart. Speaking of hearts, you see my necklace that Karen brought over to me the other day. That girl, I tell you, she is all about the bling. Okay, what I'm making today is a banana bread bar. Okay, and you make it in a jelly roll pan. Isn't it cool? I had all the ingredients, which include sour cream. I had the right size pan. I had the bananas, so we're good to go. Except, oh, it's my shaggy dog look. Oh, that's better. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I don't have any loose hairs. Okay, so it's called banana bread bars with brown butter frosting. Now, I don't know that I'm going to make the brown butter frosting. Stuff with, and I can't believe I'm saying this, stuff with confectioner's sugar, for some reason, just tends to be so sweet. I might make it like half the recipe and put a little extra milk in it and make it more like a glaze instead of the icing. So I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But this is where I've gotten so far. I don't know. I know you guys can never see very well. Okay. Oh, that's better. Okay, so far I have my white sugar, my brown sugar, my 2 eggs. I still have to put in my softened butter, my sour cream, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now, y'all, when I saw that, I thought, okay, this is the recipe for me. Now, what you have to do is, oh, and I've got my mashed bananas. So you beat all of the damp, wet ingredients in with a mixer, and then you beat in the flour mixture. Now, that's a little unusual. Let me recheck this and make sure I know what I'm talking. Yeah. Okay, so the flour mixture, it says to add the flour, baking soda, and salt, which I've already got done, and mix for 1 minute. Okay, now the other one, it says use an electric mixer until creamy and beat in bananas and vanilla extract. So I guess that I don't actually beat the flour in. That would probably be a big mistake. But I mix that in. This one doesn't say anything about nuts, but y'all, I don't cook anything without nuts. Hardly at all. Now, I don't like nuts in my salad, okay? Ugh. But, so I will, my phone won't pause long enough for this cake to cook. But I promise, if anybody comes to my house, I will just give them one of these, point to a chair, and when this cake comes out of the oven, or these bars, I'm definitely going to show it to you, okay? So, I'm not going to, I'm going to get a video. I'm calling Rachel Ray. She'll be able to give me the name of somebody good. Okay, so I'm going to mix the sour cream in. Want to get it all because I barely had enough. And then the butter. And so I have to mix all this together, y'all. And I am not going to put you through this little electric mixer that I have. I got the cheapest one I could find. Y'all, it doesn't even have a brand name on it. I mean, there's no name on this mixer. It's a no-name mixer, okay? And you can see, I'm going to show you. Now, it's got 5 speeds. And I think that must include off. But this mixer, you would think it would be the opposite of this. But when you turn this mixer on, it sounds at least like it's on medium. I'm going to let you listen. You hear that? Does that sound low to y'all? It doesn't to me either. And trust me, when I'm using it to mix, I have to kind of cream my stuff together a little bit because it's so strong that no matter how big the bowl you have, and I'm also going to put my apron on because this is one of my good little tops. You know, it doesn't say much about your life when you go out and you wear your nicest clothes just for a doctor's appointment. But I have to do that because it's about the only place I go, and I don't want it to rot. So, anyway, I'm going to get busy doing this. And, but first, I'm going to show y'all something. And I've been intending to do it forever. Maybe I did it already. Y'all, my memory's getting bad. Can you see my door? You see my screen? You see her? She got a hem down here on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that or not. This is so crazy. Anyway, I think we have it figured out how to fix that. The sticky stuff that goes up at the top and goes down, there's that part. And then there's the matching like Velcro part. You know, like if it went up like that and down like that. So then there's the Velcro part, and it's stuck onto the actual screen. Now, I don't know that that sticky part will peel off without taking part of the wall with it. So we're going to figure out how to raise it so it'll split open better up where your head is. Now, I'm not really tall, and John came over for a little visit yesterday, and it was hard. He was like scrunching down like this to get through the screen door. And one of the good things about this is, one, I love that it's white, but I do worry about it getting dirty, so I'm very careful. I use my elbows if I've been out in the yard at all. And, but I love that it's white because it's just so, I can see through it, but it still looks clean, and I just love it. And Jerry does not watch my videos, but thank you. He doesn't like you to tell him thank you when he does something for you either. So it's good he doesn't watch these videos. So that's it. I'm going to throw this thing together and get it in the oven. Now, when I look for a recipe, I look at 2 or 3 of them. And I like to compare them and see, ooh, which one has the most butter? Which one has the most sugar? Which one calls for brown sugar? Oh, by the way, this called for 1.5 cups of sugar. And now I used 1 cup of white sugar, but I used 1/2 cup of brown sugar too. Anytime I can squeeze some brown sugar in, I do, because really, y'all, I could just kind of eat that a little bit at a time on the end of a teaspoon. I love brown sugar, especially the dark. Who buys light brown sugar? I don't know. Now that I've discovered dark chocolate chips, I can't go back to what is that? Milk chocolate, yeah. Anyway, so I'm like that about brown sugar too. So now I have a banana cake recipe that I found too. And man, it sounds awesome too. And I'll make this sometime. It's got a lot of butter in it, but it also calls for 1.5 cups of buttermilk. And I'm not trying to make my own anymore, y'all. And then whatever I have left over, I'll make some buttermilk biscuits or something. But anyway, it's kind of a neat day today. It's not really hot in the cottage and the oven is already preheated. So, actually, it's a good day to be baking. And Nancy and she texted me earlier and said, Deb, Wiener Schnitzel is having hot dogs for 58 cents a piece today. Guess where we're going for supper? Yep. Wiener Schnitzel. You know, when I was in Germany with my second husband, he was in the army over there. We went to a German restaurant, and the first thing I noticed was there were big dogs laying underneath the tables, underneath the booths, under the tables. And so obviously they allowed pets. I mean, they didn't have anything on to indicate, and there were too many of them to be service animals. Then we had some stuff, and y'all, I cannot pronounce it. Some of y'all might be of German descent and know what I'm talking about, but it was, now French fries are pommes frites, and I know I'm not saying that right either, but this was spatzel, something. And then there was some breaded, fried, I think it was pork, but I'm not sure. It was so good. I ate until my husband wanted to have a couple bites off of my plate, and I just, get your fork out of my way. Normally I don't mind sharing, but it was so good. Okay, gotta shut up, finish this up. I'll be back with y'all later. Bye now.